Nice bit of erosion here. I haven't quite seen this spot look like this in a while. See some metal pieces here. Be interesting to see if anything popped out over here. Might have a few interesting pieces popping out of this concretion, so I'll take it home and break it up. Well, you definitely have some stuff popping out. You can see these tiny little lead bullets everywhere. It means we got fishing weights. We got some bigger lead bullets all over the place. I couldn't possibly pick up every single one of these, but I do bring a bunch of them home. I also got a pretty cool key, which is really the only fascinating find so far. But when there's this much collection along this, there's usually one or two pretty cool finds. So I got a little bit more to search for now. There's an interesting bullet that just popped out along with a fishing weight, and I'm seeing a bunch more here. Maybe something interesting will pop out. Well, I'm always surprised what I see wash up on shore. Wonder how long this thing's been here. Holy moly. Wow. There's something to it also. Crazy. Well, it's been a while for me, but it looks like it's gonna be a nice finish to the day. As you can see, got something round in the hole in the basket. Looks like it could be gold. Looks like that's 14K. And don't know yet what that says, but we'll figure that out. Nice, happy with that. Good recovery of some old jewelry. Oh, I found a something I don't typically find out in the water, but it's a definitely a representation of the age around here. That's a nice, could be like a railroad spike. Heavy. Nice little top to it. Nice. Maybe I got it. Maybe. Otherwise I dug it. I dug it deeper. No, it's there. Let's see what it is. Oh, that was well worth the dig. Check it out. Little religious medallion. Nice, good start. Well, this week I'm trying to see if I can pull off at least one hunt in every spot I usually frequent. Because in 1 week period I don't usually hit them all. I'm going to try and do it this week. Now I've basically scanned every possible inch of this area. And I'm hoping as the trucks plow around it, you can see all the new tracks. Then they might pull something up new. We'll see. I know it's not full, it's just an interesting color. Or maybe it looked interesting. Well, this bottle's a slick, but it does have Bowler Beverages in Boston, the bottom, Elizabeth, New Jersey. It does have some interesting swipes in the glass. And I'm seeing a few bubbles, so this could be a little bit on the older side. Just enough to bring it home and clean it up and see what it looks like. If I don't keep it, then I recycle it. I just banged my scooper into the mud and heard a little dink. So, although again, I'm not gonna say this is the oldest bottle around, but because it was kind of a weird random find, it's interesting looking. I think this might have been a food storage, like olives or something. I don't know for sure. That's got an interesting enough design on it. I'll take it. Calm water. But the green stuff, I don't like that. Painted our lighthouse. And we're about 2 hours before low tide, so we might have some of the island coming out. But it is nice out and calm. Love that. Well, no matter how beautiful the day is, sometimes you just don't get anything. But on the bright side, the nice lady I just passed asked me if I caught any fish today. Not sure if she saw that I'm carrying a metal detector. Doesn't look like a fishing pole. But I found it humorous nonetheless. Thank you, lady. Well, I decided to do this strip right before I left. And I shouldn't have spoken too soon. I did just pull out a nice old penny there. And what looks like a pretty cool old snap or buckle. It appears it's got some writing on there. I can't see it yet. There's something on there. Maybe there's a little bit left here before I'm done. And just managed to pull a mercury dime. Can't see the date on it yet. You might be able to make it out. That's a nice silver coin. Right there. Only a few more feet left before I get in my car and go. Well, I'm back. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do some digging today. Someone's here with me. Got a nice low tide. But the tides, again, were not moving quickly in and out. So we're not going to get a huge wash. But I plan on doing a little scraping today. See little broken bottles coming out over here. But this top end is later models. I want to get underneath. I want to get down below. Looks like a bone. Yeah. Oh, son of a gun. That's my glove. I'm a knucklehead. Get out of here, ants. I knew my glove was here somewhere. All right. All right, now I found something already. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I found a little section with some newer bottles hanging out, but I did pick up another cobalt blue Noxzema. The rich dark blues like this are a tough one to leave behind. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but these are always the interesting pickups. Handle's broken. Coffee mug. No real design to it. Right now I'm just doing a little bit of a top layer scrape, because you'd be surprised how many things are sitting just underneath the surface that pops out. Like this spoon just popped out. There's a couple pieces of pottery that had some nice artwork on it. So I'm going to try and do this whole little section and just take the top layer off and see what pops out. Maybe a few marbles will pop out too. That's it right there. A little piece of copper wire. Well, we're not talking super old. But this one's got a lot of design work in it. It might be a great little display piece. I'm gonna clean it up and take it home. See a couple pieces of copper coming out. It might be something interesting in there. That's just a piece of glass. I'm gonna try this section and take the top layer off. See what happens. Interesting enough. I like the top on it. Here's a twist off. It's got some interesting embossing. I think it's a whiskey of some sort. 1 pint. That's a cool looking bottle. I think I might be getting into a better section down here. This guy just popped out of that hole all the way up top, which I never really look at. And we got some embossing on this guy. Clock something. There's a lot going on there. And there's an interesting little cap too. Looks like there's some copper on the threading and maybe glass on top. And there's some remnants of what was ever in here. I like the script. Not a bad bottle for the top of the heap. Let's get whatever's in there out of there. I like that sound. Well, it doesn't smell. Usually whatever comes out of there smells pretty bad. That's a nice thought. All right. That'll clean up nicely. I often get asked, what do you do with all your finds? So for the next few seconds in these clips, I'm going to show you throughout my house what I do with some of my finds. You can guess if you want. Come to Papa. Oh yeah. That's a good $25 lure right there. Bingo. Well, I finally got out to metal detect this area I've been bottle hunting. And I've been getting so far a tremendous amount of signals because there's a lot of scrap metal in here. This may be the first thing I've actually found of any interest. Looks like it could possibly be some kind of makeup container. I'll try and open it when I get home. Really interesting piece. It came up in fragments. I'm thinking it could be makeup related again. But there's definitely some kind of writing here and an imprint of, I think, a lady's head. Piece of glass. Maybe it's a little mini compact. Not really sure. But interesting enough. Maybe a part of an old clock. I like these little gears here, but not really sure. Kind of old latch. Now this came up as a great signal. Let's just a big old fishing weight. This came up at number 11, which is kind of a creeping towards gold signal, so I dug it anyway. It just looks like a piece of junk, but there's definitely some kind of design in there that I want to clean up and see what's going on. Maybe even a little bit of writing. Very hard to see from here. And that's when you know you have some possible old artifacts around. Too bad this thing wasn't full. This is probably middle to late 1800s. Old door hinge.